We were down here visiting some family, and we were in the area, so I was like, you know what, why don't we go look at Lewis and Clark? It's one of the schools I'm interested in. It's exciting. We booked a tour, I think, a few days in advance, and we came through. I'd never seen Lewis and Clark before, and I was just kind of stunned that the campus was so beautiful, even though it was really close to downtown Portland. We walked around. I remember thinking the library was really cool. That was like the big thing that stood out to me. I just liked a lot of the things about the school, and the only thing that really held me back was they didn't have a soccer program. I knew I really wanted to play soccer in college. I was talking to a bunch of other schools at the time, but other than that, Lewis and Clark really looked like a good fit for me. And I remember telling my dad that, and he was like, "You're gonna say that about every school you toured," because it was the first school I toured. And that didn't end up being the case. I don't know. Lewis and Clark, something about the campus really spoke to me and really felt like I fit in. Later, when I was doing my interview, I was talking to, I think her name's Alice Flood, and she mentioned that the program was coming back, and that's kind of when I knew that was like my sign that I was going to go to Lewis and Clark. I think I toured 5 or 6 schools after Lewis and Clark. I think Lewis and Clark was definitely the smallest school I toured, but there was something about the smallest school that I really liked. I liked that it kind of felt like a little community, and that you'd actually get to know people around you and just be able to recognize faces, and I still really do like that in my first few weeks here. It's a gamble. I was talking to a few other schools, but Jim really emphasized that he wanted a strong backline to build his entire program along. And the opportunity to start a new program was a great experience. I didn't think I wanted to pass up on. I understood that it would be a little bumpy maybe for the first few years, but just the opportunity to create a culture somewhere and to set expectations and to really try to put that bar high for future classes to come just really seemed like it was too good of an opportunity to pass up. Young program, we don't have any upperclassmen on the team so far. That's definitely been a little strange. I've never been on a team like that before in like high school, where the level of play is high and all the kids are about the same age. But I think it's a really good opportunity, and it's also something that's really special, and it's kind of nice about the new program is we're all going to be a team, and there won't be a whole lot of coming and going for the next 3 or 4 years, because we'll all be here together, and we'll really be able to form a really strong sense of community and those bonds that can't really be broken. So we have a lot of time with each other to start learning how each other play. First few practices were a little rough, but it already looks so much better than our first game. Our second game was better than our first, and our third game is going to be better than our second. And hopefully the goal is that we just keep getting better bit by bit every day of this season, so that we enter the NCAA next year, we'll be just ready. We'll hit the ground running. We know there's a lot expected of us. We know that we need to get results, to work hard, to rely on each other, and to start building a team that can attract more young talent to come play for us and overall achieve success later on. So we know that we're the building blocks, and there is a lot of onus on us creating an open and inviting program for new recruits to come by and join. I think that definitely we'll appreciate the little wins for now, but we want to keep building on those. We don't want to be satisfied with just winning one game or scoring one goal or having one shutout. We want to keep pushing because we know what's expected of us and we know what we're capable of. So ultimately that goal is to go get that championship within the next few years and build a really strong program for years to come.